I'm now going to go over a little observation I made earlier today on my lunch break, and I thought I have to write all of this down. It was about the Lucifer worship that's taking place in the mega churches now, and how it's going a step further than that. The Satanist masterminds in charge of these mega churches, they're trying to convert people not only to worship Lucifer, but to try and make Jesus, an image of Jesus that is really Lucifer. Okay, it's pretty messed up what they're trying to do. They'll just slap Jesus' name on it, but in actual fact, all the characteristics of this deity will be Antichrist. A lot of Christians in the end times will think that they're worshipping Christ, but in actual fact, it will be Lucifer, an Antichrist, because everything about it will be Antichrist. But I was going through some of the laws, the commandments. First and second commandments are not to have any other gods, number one. Number two, not to fashion any idols of false gods. Okay, so the first and second commandments are about falsehood. Okay, don't do anything that is false. And I looked at this and I considered the other commandments, and I thought, wow, what an observation I have made here. I'm just going to read this little passage here. It's in Deuteronomy 5:1. Moses summoned all the Israelites and said to them, "Hear, O Israel, the laws and rules that I proclaim to you this day. Study them and observe them faithfully." And I made a little observation earlier today. The first and second commandments are not to do anything false, okay, not to worship false gods. The third commandment, again, is about falsehood. Do not take the Lord's name in vain. Yeah? Now what this really means, many people think it is don't profane the name of God. And yeah, you shouldn't do that. But its real meaning is not to promise to do anything in the name of God. Yeah, swear an oath in the name of God, but then break it. That's what it means. Yeah. So again, falsehood. Now the fourth is to remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. It's teaching people not to be deceived. Yeah. These laws were for our own good. Okay. They were a blessing, not a burden. So remembering the Sabbath and keeping it holy, keeping that one day holy, yeah, is once again worshipping the one and only true God, yeah, and it keeps us away from the deceit, falsehood, once again. And then there is thou shalt not bear false witness. 5 of the commandments are to do with falsehood. And what do we see dominating society today? With these make-believe, pretend, yeah, actors that are being deified. It's all falsehood. This obsession, this entertainment obsession, it's falsehood. It's not good for you. Okay? And we need to do something about this. It's very relevant biblically. What's going on in the media, Hollywood. Okay? Now the news, information, as long as it's truthful information, yeah, that's good, okay? But most of it being portrayed in the media is all make-believe, all fake. This isn't good for us. It's turning us into people that God does not want us to be. Yeah? He wants you to perform to the best of your abilities. That's what the commandments were all about. Okay? It wasn't to state his authority. You must do this, you must do... It's, if you do these things, you will live a very fruitful and blessed life. That's what the commandments meant. Okay? Like I said, they were the greatest gift God ever gave man. Okay? Some might argue Jesus, yeah? Okay. I'd say they're both equally as great. The commandments and his only Son, Jesus. So, something to bear in mind there. 5 of the 10 commandments are about falsehood, and that is the obsession in the world today. This is a little message now to the biggest embarrassments in the whole history of mankind. Yeah, the pretenders, yeah. Now, you may not have heard anything like this before, and it may come as a bit of a shock to you. But you're not a knight in shining armour, you're not in World War II, and you're not some secret agent man. What are you? You're false. And you are responsible for this worldwide deceit that has spread and brought out the worst in people. With your little childish make-believe shows. You will be held accountable on Judgment Day for this falsehood. You didn't actually think that this behaviour was acceptable, did you? You better repent and try and win back the millions of souls you have lost by allowing yourself to be used by these masterminds.